Um, Hello, good evening to everyone. Um, yeah, actually, just want to get to make this video in respect of the situation in Nigeria, because sometimes we don't just get to overlook some stuff due to how they are happening. Um, my main aim of making this video is to get to advise those youths in Nigeria. When we are talking about youth, we don't just talk about, or like, you are a youth. If yourself a youth or one that is going to school, you should be able to know the right thing to do. It's not all about school. The point is that many youths in Nigeria, they've given their life into what I call ignorancity. Ignorant is a disease. Ignorant as a word has to do with it is not all about that maybe you didn't go to you as in because you didn't go to school, that is why you are an ignorant. No. And ignorant is the ability for you to not to do what is right, and you are not doing it. You know what is right to be done, you refuse to do it. That is ignorance. Because we've given too many chance to these people they call the leaders of Nigeria to mesmerize and to use us like a rag, or that we have no importance. I remember back in the days, we got so many stress down there. When you are in Nigeria, you just feel that, like, the point is that when you're in Nigeria, you feel that everything is working out good, or you got everything you want. I tell you, my brother, my sisters that can hear me out here, like, seriously, your birthright is just being sold out every day, even that of your children unborn. Their basic standard of life to live is being sold out. You get it? My point is that the election is coming now. You ought to go get your card, your voter's card. Go and get it to defend yourself. You get it? So without standing out the truth of these whole issues, we turn ourselves in to become a tools for these people to misuse and to use the way they like. It is time you stand out. Don't see yourself too small. It is time you stand up to fight for that your right, not even your right, because we've already done our own part now. Your children that are unborn, your children yet to be born, they are supposed to have a better life. When you don't feel that you are in Nigeria, maybe you are working under any sector in Nigeria, you're receiving whatever you are taking there is a penny. That is not your destiny. That is not the right funds you are to be earning. You are working, but your salary is not being paid normally as it's supposed to be paid. You are not enjoying, you are not having any good profit. There is no thing good you can give as an account from your effort. So I'm letting you all to know that it is time we start thinking straight. We start using our initiatives positively. Not just because you want to speak, you just have to speak, or because you want to do something, you just have to do. What do you do? What do you think? Before you do something, you have to think, what is this thing going to profit me? When I was in Nigeria, I just thought, wow, man, this is how it is. But come on, these leaders or these people we talk about, they travel to many places, they've seen things for themselves, but they refused out of wickedness or whatever a lifestyle or attitude I may call it. They refused to bring the good things they see in other countries where they travel to for holidays, where they travel to for funds. They refuse to carry those good things they see to make it happen in Nigeria. We all most especially the Edo states, guys, brothers, as in youth like me, I'm telling you, you've not seen anything. You've not seen anything. Whatever you are seeing there, don't feel too big on top of it. You've not seen anything. Your lifestyle, you ought to change it. Change the way you talk, change the way you live, change the things you do. Before you do anything, try to think about it. If you are going to put anybody in post, or in a position to be a ruler, or to be a messenger for you, a leader is a messenger. You can't just put a governor there, and that governor or that president or that whoever person or state government or whatever it is not working for the good of the citizens. Most of our people, they've lost their lives all the condition, all because of the blood sharing conditions that are going on in Nigeria. Youths, they are dying, going into things that they are not supposed to go into, just because they just need to change some conditions of their lives. Check out for our ladies. Most of us, we just keep on accusing these ladies. Whoa, they are prostitutes, they are this, they are that. Yeah, it is not their fault. If you really checked, if you really go through the situation, it is not these people's fault. Condition can push you into doing what you're not supposed to do. So to every one of you that are hearing me right now, I just want you to be able to send a positive message to your families back there in Nigeria, whether in Edo State, most especially in Edo State, because I believe this can easily go out to Edo State, because most of my friends here are from Edo State. Send it to them. They should be able to observe who they want as a leader. A leader is not just a leader to come and consume money and put the citizens under evil predicament or evil situations. Yes, that is not who we are looking for in Edo State anymore, or in Nigeria, because they themselves, they call themselves leaders, or they travel far and wide for education, for whatever tourists or whatever thing they spent their life on. Yes, they travel to a lot of places, they see a lot of things. They go for holidays, they go for good hospitals. Yeah, but is there anything that can be said of good in that place? So we ought to start thinking of what we are doing. We need to start reasoning our lives. We the leaders. There is a song. Then they say, "We are the leaders of tomorrow." Try to pay. Which leader? After so many of your time being spent in school, when after graduating, you become an ordinary a motorcycle rider, ending up in some kind of business that is even in a very high rate of risk. A graduate. So the point for this video is to let all, if it can go anywhere, any length, this video should go to all the youths first in Edo State. Go and get your voter's card, or whatever it is being called, and check properly of whom you want. Not those people, not those touts that will come out and tell you, I will build the roads, I will build the school, or I will do this, I will do that. At the end of the day, when they become the leaders, when they are being elected as a leader, they start from 20, they start doing out of what they promised. So this is the point. This is the point. So just to let you know, this is the point of what we ought to start doing. Go and get your voter's card and vote rightly. Nigerian youths, Nigerian children, they have been living a life of agony, a life of torment under the unright leadership, the inappropriate leaders. You get it? We've been living under torment. These are not right, because let me just use myself. I believe my time in Nigeria, all my years in Nigeria, is a wasted years. I'm saying it live and direct. My years in Nigeria, so far so good, since I was born there, is a wasted years. Because now where I am, I have to start all over again. You get it? I have to start my life all over again. Most of us that are here with me, just check yourself. In my life, if I was told, oh, this is how, these are, let's say there are countries or places that the leaders, they took their time to know the importance of their citizens. They take responsibilities of their citizens. They take importance, they take responsibility of their citizens. But what about my country? What about the place that I'm from? You get it? So these are things we need to start thinking about. You get it? These are things we need to start thinking. What are the functions of leaders? What is the purpose of having a leader? Is he a leader that want to have your children's blood being shed? I was watching a video, several videos I watched in a country that is not that is being said, oh, there is a leader, there are securities, human being, because of just stealing, just to steal something. He was born alive. He was born with fire alive. They poured fire on him. I watched several of these same videos from Nigeria. What are we talking about? I have lived there and I know what it takes. But now I can see the difference between Nigeria and any other country. Nigeria is not supposed to have all these records because we are richly blessed, not by mistake. Nigeria is blessed, but it's not by mistake. We are blessed in everything that should be mentioned. Whatever it takes to make a country a blessed and a refined country, as in a beautiful country, Nigeria has it all. We lack the right people to rule. We lack the right people that should be in place, not to consider themselves, but to consider others, to consider the citizens, to look into the eyes of the citizens. So most especially, let's start from our houses, from our own families. Let's start from our own families. You all that are watching me, looking at me, try to have, if it is 2 minutes, talk to someone in your family that will be able to counsel your family about what to do. Most especially to you all that are here in different countries where your eyes has been opportuned to see a lot of goodies, a lot of groans, a lot of things working out in that country where you are. So it is really, really annoying to see that some people are still sitting and they're coming up with this attitude of feeling comfortable. The problem that one other problem that Nigerian youths are having is that they feel comfortable with some kind of situation for a very long time, and many people refused to talk. Many people refused to cause that change to happen. If I begin to say, as in there are lots in my mind to talk about, but I'm having this video for the youths in Edo State. Please go and get your voters card. As so long you are above the age, you are up to 18 years, and yes, you can vote. Go and get your voters card. We need a change starting from our homes. We need a change. First, start with your heart. Don't get corrupted and being bought with a cheap currency, with a cheap amount of money, and to lose your own comfort and that of your unborn children. Talk to someone in that family today to stand out for positivity. We need positive results. We need positive things in Nigeria. There are no electricity. Sometimes most of you that are watching me here, when you get to make video calls on some calls, sometimes you watch your families, they will tell you there is no electricity. You'll be making call with them, they will be seeing you, but you will not be seeing them because there is no electricity. There is no constancy of electricity. Are we being sweared for? Are we being cursed? No good roads. And highway for that matter, highways for that matter, you will see how tiny the road is. Nobody is paying attention to make the road good, to come up with to make the road look good. So I'm letting you to know. I'm letting you all to know. Please try and make this happen. Jesus. Try and make this happen. Go to wherever length you will go. Go to wherever length you will go. I got to hear the story about the Ghanaians. They were once in different parts of the world, like all around. But it took the pain. It took them that pain. That's one of a time pain to consider that there must be an end to their suffering. They did it. Ghana today, a lot of people who were chasing Ghanaians out of their countries. Today, most of those people who chase Ghanaians out of their countries, they are going there to Ghana now to benefit from the good facilities, the good things that are happening there in Ghana. Why can't we just challenge ourselves for once? Is it a crime or is it an offense if good things start happening there? Is it a crime, or is it kind of a cause that it is not good for any good thing to start coming into Nigeria? Okay, if you don't want to talk about, they talk about Abuja, or they talk about some parts of Nigeria where big people, they've been able to accumulate good things for themselves there and make electricity, even generator in the streets. But they cannot consider those people. They cannot consider the poor out there of what they want. So I'm letting you all to know. I don't care to know how you can understand me, or how you can hear my voice, or how you can get to hear me. But this video is for no offense, but it's for the wise. It's for whoever that says he or she is wise to start using his or her own initiative in the positive way, in the right way. Because the stories about Nigeria is not supposed to be the way it is. We need a change, and that change cannot come from animals, cannot come from the goats, from the ram, from the cows, or from other animals. Even these days, animals, they even make some change in their environment, or in their place of dwellings. They make some change. They make their holes. The rabbits, they try to makes their holes look good. When they give birth to their children should look comfortable, should be comfortable in there. If animals can be able to help themselves, what about we human beings that have sense to think, that says we go to school? Animals, they don't go to school, but they know what to do. They come up with the right thing to, So please, this video is not for any offense. It's just to make the right mindset people to get upgraded. Because if you don't need to travel first before you start to begin to get wise. Gone are the days that people hide themselves for others to recognize that this is where they are, or that is where they are. You don't need to travel. Those of us that have traveled, you can pass this. You can pass the good things that your eyes is being filled with, wherever you are, to others in Nigeria, or wherever they are in Nigeria. You can pass the same message to them. You can pass the informations of what you have seen, that we desire those things in our country, Nigeria. We desire those things to be happening in Nigeria. How can you just go into the streets when there is no war? What are you fighting against? What are you fighting for? A little quarrel will bring death. A little quarrel will bring destruction, will bring bloodshed. Several videos that people are being killed. Like seriously, many videos, many things being shown how Nigerians kill themselves, and we say we are one Nigerians. We talk about one Nigeria. What is one Nigerians? One Nigeria that the things that we are fighting ourselves or killing ourselves, or we don't, as in, what is the point? You call me your brother, but you can stab me, you can shoot at me, you can look me in the eyes and insult me. If you can insult me in the presence, if you can insult me and place it on videos, what is it that other persons cannot do to me? Other people from other countries, what can they not do to me? If you can insult me in the public, then they can raise their hand and slap me, because we are not one. You see me because we are not one. You can insult me in the presence of others who do not see me as one of them, who do not see you and I as one of them. I still want to also use this video now to talk to us, we that are here in different countries where we are. I want to use this opportunity to talk to you. You as a boy, you as a girl, you say to yourself, oh, you are a matured person, you are above age, you're up to age, accountability, you need to start thinking seriously. You need to start thinking. Someone will offend you, will take it so high. Someone will make you feel bad. If someone will do something to you, you will take it on a high esteem. You want to fight, you want to take bottles, you want to take gun, you want to take whatever it is to hurt someone that when they ask people, say, oh, he's my brother, he's from Nigeria, he's from Edo State, he's from this place. But you can hurt him when there is an issue between the both of you. The point for this video is also to observe, like, think of the things you do before you do them. Reason your attitude, reason your ways of life. The things that most of us that we are enjoying in this land, people, they've paid the sacrifice to make those things that we are enjoying today in different countries where we are today. They've paid the sacrifice long ago. That is why they are in where they are right now, which we ourselves also came into to start living with them. They've planned their life. They've made the provision of what needs to be done, how it should be done, and how it needs to go. So please, I'm talking to you all right there. Begin to think of the way you live your life, because even Tupac says so. Change your ways of life. Think the ways of life. Start to think. Begin to think. I'm feeling very, 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 I'm really, really feeling upset, like uncomfortable every day. Whenever, I don't even like to hear the name Nigeria in my ear, because of the attitudes of people, like the livings of people that are not right to live in that country. They are living there. People that are not meant to rule the citizens, they are ruling, and they are bringing pains, blood. Innocent people are dying every now and then. Even we ourselves that manage to escape from that condition, from that country where we are being treated as if we are of no value. If we are being taken serious, or if our leaders are being able, since all their years of traveling, they go to America, they go to America, they go to Europe, they go to South Africa, they go to many places. There are a lot of things, and you say, Nigeria is too what? It's too difficult to get to handle or to put in place. What is it that is too difficult? What is it that is too difficult? I remember then, there is one person that even if others are still trying to, like, because human being, we are not, most people, You don't expect every human being to congratulate you. There will still be bad heads out of 12. The point is that I love one in all of my life growing up as a leader that I've ever seen in Nigeria, in Edo State, that made a change. I could remember when there was a time I was trekking. I had this erosion up to my waist. Up to my waist. I have this erosion water up to my waist. But I thank God for someone, even today, they are still saying he never did well, which is Comrade Adams Oshomole. You know, up to everything, just like watch some old videos before he came into position as a governor. Check the roads then, and check his time of coming into position. If really the little effort that people are complaining today that he never did anything, or some people are saying, I don't know, I sometimes watch some video like that they say, oh, he never did anything, he stole money, he stole the state money or whatever it is. I don't even know. If every other leaders that have ruled Edo State, they were able to put one thing like Oshomole did, I believe Edo State will be a kind of a comfortable place where people from different countries would love to travel to see, to visit. We get it. If you can understand me, as in, these are people these are things we need. We need change. We don't just say it for mouth. Change. You can say it easily, but work towards it. The Bible says faith without work is dead. Yes, you are saying it with your mouth. I would love to clean my house. I would love to clean my house. You are saying it every day. The house is not being cleaned. Why don't you put on the effort? Put it into practice. Put it into action. So please, I just have this all. I just have this all to let you people know, those of you that are watching me, please, it's no longer time to talk with the mouth, like just to make noise, or to allow yourself those that are watching me from Edo State straight up, just to allow yourself being purchased with 5. Yes, you can even decide, because they don't come to monitor you when you are to do when you are to register, or when you are to vote for whoever you want to vote for. If they decide to come and tell you, oh, take 10,000, take 50,000, take 100,000, go and vote for me. Yes, collect the money. It is your birthright, as in it is your something. The money is for you. Whatever that is in that country, Nigeria, it doesn't belong to one person. It doesn't belong to one state. It's for everybody. Collect the money and go and vote for who you know will bring a change, a positive growth in that country or in that state where you are in Nigeria. You get it? Most of us that are in different countries, you can hear some news in South Africa, Nigerians being killed. What do you think is the cause of that? Because they get to see the information so far so good that there is nothing that will happen. Even if they kill 5,000 people, there is nothing that is going to happen, because our leaders cannot stand for us. Our leaders cannot stand for the Nigerians out there. There are foreigners in Nigeria. Are they being treated unfair? Are they being treated in a rough way, or they are being killed? How many have you heard that have been killed, or that were killed in any scenarios? But check Nigerians. They decide to call us, they call us all sorts of names. Nigeria is not meant to bear all those rough names, all those negative names, all those rascalious names. Nigerians are not meant to bear those names. Personally, we ought to change our thinking, change our ways of life. Individually, you that and you that is listening to me out there, I urge you, change your behavior, change your perspective, your mindset of reasoning, change it to become positive. Because if we don't get to love ourselves, nobody can love you more than as you can love yourself. Like there is a parable that is said, if you called your clothes rag, someone who is not the owner of that cloth of yours, they will use it to clean the floor, because you do not know the value of that cloth. So it is time for us to know our values, know the things that we ought to do, because many things are happening that are getting the names of Nigerians, that are getting Nigerians' name into mud water, like into a rough water. It is not supposed to be so. That is not how we are supposed to look like. That is not us naturally, as in a supernatural way. That is not we. That is not Nigerians. They will call ourselves the heartbeat of Africa. For what? What is the point? Heartbeat of Africa for wickedness, for bloodshed, or for what? As in, what is the point? So this video, it is not for ignorance. This video is not for unreasonable people. This video is not for someone who lacks positive initiative. This video is not for someone that is blacked out with positive reasoning. This video is not for any of such person. If you know you don't want to vote, it is also good to be in your house. It is not a crime. But if you are going out to vote, don't go and vote or don't go and do, I don't even know, because thinking about as in the leadership or the of Nigeria is like kind of appalling, It's not on point to me, as in I don't see anything, like I don't even know how to even say it. But please, let's start fighting for ourselves. Let's start making up points that will be relevant, not to we that are existing now, to our children yet to be born, to the children we are yet to give birth to. Let's make the plan for them. We talk about the Europeans. You see, by the special grace of God Almighty that opportuned me to travel, that gave me the opportunity to travel, I've been able to see a lot. I don't even need to go to school. Before I will start knowing the things to do, before I should be able to know what should be in place and what should be not in place, as in what should not be in place. You get it? You tell me because you are educated, you have a certificate. You have a certificate, but you are lazy. You're out of positivity. Your conscience is dark, like something like one kind of something that can never be washed, cleaned. And you talk about education. What do you know about education? What is education? What do you go to school for? As in, what do you go to school for, and what do you come out with? You come out to speak grammars, and you talk about school or whatever. What do you talk about? You could talk about school that way. Let me tell you, if you go to school, you should be able to learn. You should be able to gather a lot of informations of how to live among human beings. You get it? Not you just carry one big certificate around or try to come out and start speaking grammars. At the end of the day, there is nothing to write about attitude about you. There is nothing of attitude to write about you. And you talk about education right here. You are watching me. You're watching me today. It is out of the stress and pain in my heart I am doing this video, letting you all to know where we need to start from. The days of our elder ones, our senior brothers, sisters, our old ones, our parents, they are afraid to do this same video that I'm doing, or they don't see it necessary for them to do this to give out this kind of information. But this generation, we decide to do what will make others, not only ourselves, to be comfortable, but our unborn children to consider other people. The race of humanity, not you to consider only yourself, only your family. You want to buy the latest car, you want to build the latest house. Why someone around you is dying there and you like feeling comfortable in that situation? Or you feel that because nobody helped you, or you really feel that you were not helped to the position where you found yourself now, because of that reason everyone needs to go help themselves, everyone needs to go fight for themselves, that everyone needs to go help themselves the way you try to help yourself. You never helped yourself. You get it? The air you breathing in, you didn't get it on your own. If you can wake up in the morning or sleep at night and still be able to wake up in the morning and go to whatever you do, it is not by your power, not by your mind. You get it? So don't take wickedness into this generation. Don't take wickedness that will even affect your children, because you may be thinking, oh, I've gathered enough of money, enough of whatever stuff. I've gathered a lot of house. I've built a lot of house. I've made a lot of money for my children. Even my unborn children, my great grandchildren, they are not going to suffer. I tell you, a time is coming. Those leaders that have corrupted Nigerians, that have made Nigeria look uncomfortable, a time is coming. Bet me, mark this video these days. I'm telling you all this, that a time is coming where their children, their great grandchildren will start paying with their lives. Nigerian leaders that have corrupted, that have made Nigeria a corrupt place, that have made a lot of blood to be shed innocently. A time is coming, they will start bringing back that money and their children will start going in for it. I'm telling you, it's a prophecy. I'm giving this is a prophecy. Let me witness, you all that are here watching me. A time is coming that the children of the past leaders of Nigeria, they will start giving in for the wickedness that their fathers or their parents they've sowed, that their parents purchased and kept for them. You know, you as a woman, a wife to whatever leader, and you feel comfortable, you are buying the latest watch, latest clothes or whatever, and you feel you are happy. Your children are living fine, going to the best school, and you are laughing. Oh, they can't suffer in their life all over again. Bet you, I tell you, a time is coming. Those children of yours, those children you felt that, oh, you've put them in the best school, you put them in the best position so far. A time is coming. Some of them will even kill you, their parents. They will kill you, their own parents, because they will see that, oh, you have done so many destruction to many people's life. You've caused so many agony, so many pain to people. You've made a lot of people to be killed because of hardship that you, their parents, cause. You, parents of those children, your children will start killing you people. A time is coming for all these things that I'm saying, and it will happen before the eyes of everyone that are watching me now in the future to come. So I'm letting you all to know, I have seen a lot of things in Nigeria. Nigeria is a name. The land is blessed. A lot of us are being told this same word that I'm saying. Your country is blessed. Why are you people suffering, or why are you people having stress with good facilities, with comfortability, with good resources? Yes, because we have the wrong people on point. We have the wrong people on board. We have the wrong people that are sitting down, calling themselves leaders. They are sitting down there. They are not functioning. They are not functioning. They are just there showing their face and showing their deep conscience of wickedness. You get it? So I'm making this video. I'm just giving out this video for those who really say they are educated, who say who says they have their head, and they say whatever they do every day is positive. If whatever you are doing every day does not hurt you and does not hurt someone close to you, or someone, let me say, it does not hurt your neighbor, then you are doing the right thing. But if that thing that you are doing is hurting your neighbor or is hurting you, I bet you that thing you ought to change it. You get it? You ought to get yourself off that track. You have to get yourself off that point. You get it? You need to get yourself off that point. If I call myself a big boy, I should be able to act like a big boy. You know, not just to say I'm a big boy. What makes you a big boy? You are a big boy. You cannot barb the BS in your armpit, or you cannot barb very well. You are a big boy. Others will tell you that your own peers that are keeping up to point like a big boy should, they are the one that will tell you you stinks, your armpit stinks, because you don't keep yourself good and you call yourself a big boy. How are you a big boy? You get it? So this is my point to you all. This video is not for ignorance. It's not for the unreasonable people. If there is nothing for you, as in there is nothing good in your conscience, or you've sold your conscience into the act of wickedness, and just zip off, like go one side, like they say, just go one side and keep yourself. Don't come out to talk, or don't come out and go and vote because you don't want the good of Nigeria or any good thing to come forth. You know, there are good things. There are good things that we here, we've got to see. We've got to see a lot of good things happening here. We dread these people. Yes, we dread them because their fathers, their great grandfathers, their parents, they've already planned what they are going, what they want their unborn children, that which we are among their children today. What they are saying today, their parents, they've made that plan for it to work, and that is what we are among them enjoying today. If a country where we are not born, where we are not being given birth to, they know the value of our lives, they know the importance of our life. What about where we are being born? What about our countries where we are not being raised up? They valued our lives, like they respect our life, they respect our livings. What about us? What about our lands, our country, where we say we are from? We are the one backbiting ourselves. We are the one killing ourselves. We are the one putting ourselves in blood sharing conditions. Man, are we thinking at all? Are we thinking at all? As in, are we really thinking about our lives? Are we really thinking about our doings? Yeah. And you feel okay, you have a very beautiful house that you have fenced up. You fenced it to the brim that nobody can get there. Are you really sure nobody can get there? But let me tell you something. A time is coming that fenced house, people do not even need to pass through the gates anymore. They are going to jump in. Even if they decide not to even jump in, they are going to set fire on that building, that whoever and whatever is inside that building will get burned. You get it? You get me? A time is coming. People don't need to pass through that gate you're talking about before they get to destroy whatever they want to destroy in that building you've taken your time to spend millions on. You get it? You have a neighbor, you have someone that is living close to you. They cannot afford 1 square meal a day, and you can drive that big car and pass by. There are lots of people that are crying on the street. They don't have money to go to school, but they want to learn work. Let me give this point to you. There is to a lot of us who God have been able to whom God has survived through all those traumatical and deadly points He has been able to save us. Just check your life. Maybe some of us were opportune to go to school in Nigeria, but now wherever you are in Europe now, or in America, in Asia, or in any country, are you not starting from square one? Can you use that your certificate you got from the school in Nigeria to work in another country? Because the value is not being seen. It is not necessary. It is not being seen as something that is unique to be used here. Yeah, just think about it. Some of us, we had good work. We learned something that we learned that we get to learn work in our countries. But to this place, to any country, or the particular country where you are living now, can you use that knowledge you have gathered in that time you spent in Nigeria to learn something, to work here, to work where you are now, to work in that country where you are? You cannot use it. Even if you have to do anything, you have to go and start all over again. Even if you love that particular work you learned in Nigeria, you have to go and start all over again. You have to go and start all over again. You went to school, you did a particular course, and you are here, you would still want to study. Yes, you have to go and start all over again. Is that not a wasted years? Is that not a wasted time? Is that not a wasted effort somehow? Really? Yeah, think about it. Let us think about it. Little children, because they still want to assist. God bless those little kids in Nigeria who, out of pain, seeing the pains and the sad condition in their family, decide to join their parents to make up effort to live. Go into the why going into the street, start selling all kinds of stuff, or try to make a little business, a little effort to raise money for the family. God bless those generation. God bless those younger ones of mine. God bless those young children in the street who take their time to assist their parents for them to earn a living. Here, in any Europe where we are, in any European countries where most of us, we Nigerians, are, where can you find a child at the age of 10 where he or she will be allowed by the government, not even by his parents again, because the government, they take it as their responsibility, not only as the responsibility of the parents, but it is also their responsibility and the well-being of the children to live appropriately, not to be chased, not for little children to be living in the street because they want to earn living. They are being taken care of. Leaders who consider the livings of others, not themselves. They don't consider themselves, they consider others, people who are to live, as in they consider their neighbors, not even themselves. They consider their citizens first. Their first priority is their citizens. You know, just check. Those of us that have kids here in this land, in Europe, in America, in some other countries, which we Nigerians call civilized countries, you don't need to come up to 100 years before you start to know what you need to do, or before you start to know it's time for growth to come. We don't need to be 100. We don't need to be 100. Even if Europe, America, or any other country, they are up to the countries there, or the Spain, France, Swiss, Germany, Italy, or any other countries that some of those countries, they've spent 100 years. They've been existing 100 years ago, 300 years ago, 500 years ago. They've been existing. That is not the point. That is never a point or an excuse for growth to invade Nigeria. You know, who are those that are killing themselves? There are a lot of things going on in my mind. I tell you, there are a lot of things going on in my mind, because I don't feel comfortable with the youths, because I don't even have to talk. I don't even care about our parents who are the leaders, because they are parents. whatever that makes you a leader, or whatever that makes you that puts you in a high position above others, you are a parent. Automatically, you are not only a leader, as a governor, as a president, or as a minister, or as assembly president, as a president of House of Assembly, or whatever it is, House of Representative or senators, or whatever position you are occupying. As so long others, you have been given right by others to live above them, to bring, you are an informant. You are a parent. As a leader, you have become a servant. The people under you, they are your children, they are your families. Their well-beings are supposed to be considered first by you, not your own biological family first. Do you feel pain when you see someone being killed? Take it for example, it is your brother, it is your sister, it was your mother, or it is someone of your family, or someone that you love that is being killed. Like, as you can see other people being killed, how will you feel? How will you feel? The Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. Where is your mind classified? Where is your mind classified? Change is allowed. It's another point. If you cannot think straight, or you've not heard of this particular statement before, change is allowed. Like they said, is constant. I am also giving a point to you that change is allowed. Let us watch the way we do. Let us watch the way we think. If you respect me, if you love me, you will not hurt me. If you love me, you take me as yourself. You will not want to gossip me. You will not want to act strange to me. But because of the abundance of wickedness being conceived in your heart, you can decide to hurt. You can hurt me. What I'm telling you today, please, to you all that are watching me, I'm not making this video to make you feel comfortable, or I'm just making this video for making sake. I'm making it as a wise point, as a video for a wise word, as a wise words video that is meant to make the one that is not considering things that he or she has been doing for a very long time, to start thinking about it. To start thinking about it. Let us begin to start thinking of our lives. Let us begin to start thinking of our attitudes. Let us begin to start thinking of the way we live. You know, a foreigner, as they say it in English, because to me, I don't even consider that word. As so long we all as human beings, one day, death is knocking on everyone's door, whether at a young age or at an old age, at an old age. Don't even let me know, at an old age. Yes, it doesn't matter the time this death comes to anyone, but death is constant. Is constant. Is going to knock on everyone's door. So don't feel that, oh, you got this money. The money cannot save you. If you are not being ignorant, or you are not being foolish to think, a lot of people you've seen, they got the money to save their life, but the money cannot save them now. The money did not save them. Some, they got the money, some are breathing through pipe. Some are not, they are not urinating naturally as God made them to be. They got the money to make them, they got the money, but the money cannot make them natural. Man, let us think. Let us think. Let us begin to think. You need to think. The English, they call it sober reflection. Once in your life, once in our lives, If not every day, if not all the hours of the day, it is not good. At least try to sit and think before you take any step, or before you do anything. Think, if I do this thing, what will be the outcome? Will it be beneficiary to me alone, or it will be it will also benefit someone close to me, my neighbor, my friends? You have to think of these things. That is when a better place will come. That is where a better time will come. For example, to many of us that are living among white people, you can see the way they live their life. You can see the way they live their life. Even if they have to quarrel, or even if they have to fight, their fight is like a comedy. The way they fight is like a comedy. It's like comedy. The way they talk to themselves, they insult themselves, it's like they are reading poems, or they are reading stories before your ears, before your eyes. They are reading before your eyes and your ears is listening to them, like they are reading poems to your ears. So I'm telling you, bro, telling you, sis, you all are there. Be you young, be you old. I don't even know I don't put in consideration your age, but I'm telling you, please, let me use the word please, start thinking. I'm not here to patronize anybody, or I'm not here to make you feel comfortable. I'm just giving out this video because I am really this whole thing that I'm talking about, I've got it. I've got it enough in my mind. I've got enough of it in my mind. You know, I've got a lot of it in my mind, and I'm not happy with it. I'm not comfortable with it. Just imagine the days, and there was and our leader can comment and say, "Oh, Nigerians are lazy." Yeah? A leader will come out and say in the public to people, to your own children, you can come out as a leader and say that Nigerians are lazy youth. Shame to our fathers, shame to our leaders. Yes, shame unto all of them. Shame unto those of them, shame unto those of them who cannot use their initiative positively. And you talk about education. What do you know about education? And you talk about traveling. What do you know about, what have you been able to achieve about traveling? What have you put in place through the knowledge you feel as a human being that you have gathered through traveling? What do you know? What have you gathered? What have you learned? So far so good all your life. And we talk about, okay, look at the youths in Nigeria, they are yahoos, or whatever they are being identified as. They are being yahoos. There is a parable that is said, there is a parable that is being said. He said the parable is that there is an extent you will chase a dog up to. When you chase the dog up to the wall, and there is no other means for that dog to continue running from you, it will automatically turn back and face you. Yes, that is the situation that is going to happen to the leaders of Nigeria and to their children. To their children, and whatever they have done wrong to the Nigerians, the souls of those who have died out of the torment of bad leadership, we rise and begin to fight. In the future, all these I'm saying, they are going to happen. Yes, when you have a father that cannot take care of you, when you see that father, when you see that when you have a parent that cannot take care of you, those parents, they are irrelevant when they stand before you. Like they said, if an adult refuses to behave like an adult, it is not his own peers that will tell him shut up. It is a child that will tell that adult to shut up. because that adult refused to put himself or herself in the level or in the position that he or she should be. We talk about traveling. Do you know the numbers? How many? Okay, even let me even say this again. Can Nigeria give the appropriate numbers of citizens that are existing or living in that country, Nigeria? In that country, let me just say, only in Edo State, can the leaders there give the appropriate amount, the numbers of citizens that are living in Edo State? They cannot. They don't have the facilities. Eh? There is no electricity. There is no good road. There is no. I have seen a lot of things. I'm saying all this words out of the abundance of what I've been able to achieve, to gather with my eyes. With my eyes, what I've been able to see, I'm giving out these old words through all that I've seen with my eyes. If the police are not monitoring you, camera is what is monitoring you. You know, civilization, growth. You know, all these things, all these things, they came in place because of positive thinking, not self-centeredness that brings about all these things in place. Most of you all that are watching me there, yes, you are working. When you're going out on the street, you walk on the street every day. Sometimes you see the police, they pass by, they don't even bother to look at you because something else is watching you. If you decide to do something wrong on the street, you think, oh, you're just going to do it, nobody's going to look, nobody's watching you. The camera is watching you. Is there camera in the street or on the roads of Edo State or in Nigeria? How many places do you have cameras that can monitor the daily affairs or the daily movement of people, citizens in Nigeria? Where? The train station, do we have train station? Do we have how many states have railways across their states? How many places in Nigeria as a state have railway across the states? Where? Even if it is there, everything is being done half. It is not being done completely. There are a lot of things that needs to be built in Nigeria or in Edo State that will give employment to people. A lot of things. Even people that have the money, that have the urge, that have the mindset to come and invest in Edo State or in Nigeria, they are afraid to come because there is no security. A place where police cannot even monitor you. There is no camera to monitor who is hunting someone or who someone is hunting. How can you be able to free and do something with your mind? There are a lot of things we desire in Nigeria. In Nigeria, I'm not talking about Nigeria, because everyone, as far as I'm concerned, we are one. We are as so long you are breathing like me, you are talking like me, you see like me, you eat like me, we are one. Except you are an animal. Except that person decides to identify himself or herself as an animal that does things in another form, not like human being. There are a lot of things that can give employment in Nigeria, in Edo State. I have this time today to do this video. This video as to pass a wise message, a wise information to youths. Not talking about our parents anymore, because they failed us so many times. They've disappointed us. They have put a lot of our brothers, they have put a lot of our families into traumatic condition, into death, sudden death. And some cowards, some unreasonable security personnel that are being recognized or being said that they are securities. They are working out of point. They are working out of point. I was watching a video where securities, Nigerian securities, are fighting themselves in the streets. Where have you get to see that happen in any country where you are? Those of you that are watching me, those of you that are commenting here now, because we are having this wisdom together. We are having this flowing together, you know, to make us, to cause our change. How can you imagine? Our leaders, we can open fire. You can stand and open fire on your own fellow neighbor. Let me tell you, it is time to you all that are watching. It is time to you all that have listened to me by the special grace of God. I am urging you also. Try and talk to someone about all this. Try to pass gradually any information necessary that will bring growth. Try to pass it to someone. Pass it to someone in your family. Pass it to anybody you know you can pass it to. Because it is time we need to make our home a better place. Not we living in other people's land, just like you are eating people's food. When are people going to come and eat your own food? You know, you just continue to eat someone's food. When are you going to allow, or when are you going to make it possible that those people that you've been eating their food, even if you cannot give to those particular people who ate your food, but you can give it to their children? When? What plan are you making for this to come? You know, like I said, Ghanaians, they were once in different countries because their place were not built. But it took the pain for some people then to come and decide that enough is enough. Ghana, wherever you are, things must happen that will bring we all back to our country. And it happened. They did it. Someone did it. Some people came up with the idea that will make the country a place where that is being seen, even a tourist center right now. Because yes, let me use that word. Most African countries, most African personnel, or most other countries of Africans, they go to Ghana to live. Even as little as it is, even as they said, okay, it's a little country, they still go there to merge. Man, what? And as large as Nigeria, as blessed as Nigeria, as comfortable, naturally comfortable as Nigeria, we are fighting ourselves, backbiting ourselves, sharing our own blood, disgracing ourselves. You know, this same thing that I'm doing, Ghanaians, even if they did not do it through video calls, through video message or video chat like of this kind or whatever it is, they did it somehow, and they came up with the positive change that stands in Ghana now. Yeah, because if we can think back, most of our parents that witnessed the trauma, the sad condition then of Ghanaians, they can say now really Ghana is a good place. It's a country now. It's been identified as a country now. Yes. So what are we talking about? We are talking about right thinking, right motivation, right energy, right charisma, right thinking. Not just come to stay there and like, oh, you are speaking English. Me, I no go school. I no go school. Anything that they talk now, anything that they talk now from streets. Now from streets. I learn from somebody, say because it is important, I have to learn those things, to learn those any grammar when they speak now, or anything when they talk about. Sorry to say I speak grammar, anything I talk. I just come up with this thing. Be say I no go school, but at least it did my mind like this. Say I decide to learn because I feel say it did necessary for me to learn to upgrade myself. How are we upgrading ourselves? Our parents, which are the leaders of Nigeria, how are we upgrading the standard of Nigeria? How are we building Nigeria? A federal road that is supposed to be let's say 4 ways that are supposed to be built that's supposed to be 4 ways. I don't even know how to, because I'm not a contractor, or at least I've seen different types of road. I've seen different types of road. What are we constructing? You come to this land of Europe. I'm talking to the parents now. Our parents are there. I don't know if any leader or any kind of position you are watching me right now. You have been opportune to travel to so many places as a leader. You have seen the way things are done there. So far, so good. You have been able to gather some information. Who are you training? Who are those of your children or those citizens of yours that you are training? By the special grace of God Almighty, under the shield of a better government, I am going to school now. I don't even know where the money is coming from, but I have to go to. I'm going to the school. I'm asked to go to school that I'm not paying for. Who is paying for it now is just somewhere, which is the good leader. That is not a country where I'm not born. They are taking care of me this way. Like, they give me the opportunity to go to school, to become something in future, to learn something in future, for me to be good, as to be balanced in future. Someone is there spending on me, caring for my needs. A leader, a government, like a president or a governor or whatever position, as a leader, can take care of me in a country where I'm not born. What about you? What about you, that leader of Nigeria? What is it that the citizens can be proud of you of? That they can be proud of you for? What is it that they can be proud of you for? That you gave them, you increase school fees, unnecessary strike in the school, unnecessary holidays, unnecessary situation coming up often and often, salary of people after enough energy, enough work, still yet you refuse to pay them their wages. You refuse to pay them their monthly salary. Some of them, they go into the streets, they are armed robbers. Some of them, they graduate from school out of suffering, out of hardship, they become armed robbers. And we youth, you can put fuel on someone, on your own fellow neighbor. You can put fuel and tire on someone and light matches to burn him alive, to burn her alive. Man, let's stop being foolish. Let's stop being damned ignorant. Yeah. Yes. You got me? Let's stop being ignorant. Ignorance is a disease. Man, like, seriously, I don't feel like ending this video, because the more I keep on talking, I continue to see a lot of wrong attitudes, a lot of wrongdoings. I've been able to watch several things going on in Nigeria. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? A little boy was burnt alive, was stoned to death alive, because of just Gary. Because of Gary in Lagos, he was born alive. If the government, to any government that can hear this, or to anyone that will be opportuned to give out this video, please, I want to talk most especially because most of those videos that I've been able to watch, they are happening in Lagos. Yes, where people are being burnt alive, and we have fathers there who are the leaders. We have leaders there in Lagos. Things are going wrongly, being handled by bunch of ignorance human beings there that cannot change their perspectives of thinking. you can stand and burn and get your fellow human being over a condition to be burnt alive. And you that is stealing, or you that is going out to steal, yes, the situation is rough. Some things are bad, yeah, but I tell you, you ought not to be doing it, because there are some vampires there that are ready to burn you alive. Yes, you can go and beg someone before you go into the street, before you go into the street, before you go into 5 houses in the street to start begging for food. Someone is there to give you. Even those people that get into burning their fellow neighbor alive, some of them can give you money, some of them can give you food, some of them can give you, they can render you a little help. You stop stealing. Stop stealing, because that has put a lot of people's life in danger, and you are there stealing. So to you all also that are allowing the darkness of your heart to rule you, cause that change. Cause the change of light into your heart. Because that is not how we are supposed to live. Just take, for example, you can get your neighbor, you can get fuel on your neighbor and light fire and light matches or whatever, get light on someone alive. You start burning that person. Why won't South Africa get to kill Nigerians? Why won't other country get to kill Nigerians, get to take Nigerians for granted, when we ourselves can hurt ourselves? Just imagine this particular word I just said now. Imagine this particular word I just uttered now. If we can hurt ourselves, what can't other people do? What can't other country do to us? What can they not do to us also? What can they not do to our brothers out there? What can they not do to our sisters out there? Yes, they will take them for granted. They will misuse them. They will not know their value, because we ourselves, we put no value on ourselves. I am really, really pissed off and angry, because I'm not happy with, so far so good, all these behaviors of we, the youths. I'm not talking about our parents. Most of them, they are up to their death points. Some of them, they are just struggling with death now. They are going to die very soon. Some of them that have constituted nuisance, that have lived a life of wickedness. Most of them, they are going to die. Some of them, they are going to die this year. Some of them, they will die next year. But make a good plan, because they said good name is better than riches. The good seed you sow today will keep your name roaming around. Martin Luther King, that is being discussed today, even in our generation, even in this era. Martin Luther King, a lot of great men, Nelson Mandela. What is the record of these people? They don't have money. Then, when they were doing all those, when they were living this, when they were giving out these positive and wise words, which they gave, which we are studying in school today, they don't have the money to feed the crowd, but they have the words, the positive word, the wise word to feed crowd. And their names today, they are dead, but their names today are still existing. Why? Because of the foundation they laid. What kind of foundation are you laying? What kind of life are you living now? Are the next generation going to study you in school? Are they going to study history about you in school? Are they going to learn through your wise word in their days to live? What are people going to learn from you? What are they going to learn from your life? Are you just going to die and go without no reputation, without nothing good like Nelson Mandela? Are you going to die without no good reputation like Nelson Mandela had a good reputation, like Martin Luther King got a good reputation for his life, and their names are existing as if they are still existing today? To you all that claim wiseness, to you all that claims maturity, to you all that claims you are up age, you are above, you are up to age, to you all that claims you are wise or you are educated, show your education, show your wiseness. Get it? Like they said, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Your attitude, the attitude you show shows or gives the line of who you are. So begin to think before you act. Begin to think the things you do. Because I'm taking my time to give out this video because I've heard it up to here. It is annoying. It is annoying. It is annoying. It is really, really annoying. Not accepted. Huh? How long will we continue to kill ourselves? Some of us, even as God has been, even God in his infinite mercy has been able to opportune us to come to get to some other countries where we are today, in other countries where we are not born. God has been able, out of mercy, out of his grace, kept us alive, survived us, and we are here making bad reputation. Most of us today, what we are suffering from is as a result of what our past brothers, our past the people who came before us, our brothers and sisters who came before us to those countries where we are today. The bad foundation they laid, that is what most of us we are suffering from today. They never laid good foundation. They never laid good life. This is the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. This is the same thing that is happening among ourselves. We call ourselves Nigerians. You are there taking your effort, quarreling your neighbor, quarreling yourself, quarreling your this, and you are saying you are still bearing the name Nigeria. Shame on you. Shame on you. You can see your fellow person on the street. It is better you die it is better to die while doing good thing than to die even when your heart is dark. Is dark like dark object. Yes, it is better you die in a good condition while doing good than to die in a sad situation, than to die in your wickedness, in your dark heart. So this is what I'm letting you all to know. Change your thoughts, change your thinking, change your character. You get it? Change is allowed. It's not only constant. Change is allowed. Yes. How do you go to school to learn? If you don't know how to read, you put effort, because there is something you are looking for, which is you need to know how to read, you need to know how to write, you need to know how to spell. Then you have to put in effort and put in time. After a period of time, you see yourself smiling because what you have gone to school for, you have achieved it. You've got it because you allowed change. You allowed time, energy to come in place. So this is the idea. This is a clue. This is an example of how to bring a change to your life. Yes. Try to copy positive things. Try to copy good things. You are looking for money. You want to build a house. You see that person building that house. You want to build it. And you don't care about what you go into to do to get the money. House that you will die very soon and leave. Car that you, even if you are not careful, you will get an accident. You get into accident with that car. And that car will be damaged. If you are not careful, you will be paralyzed. You'll be laid on the wheelchair as your latest car. May it never be the portion of those who spend their life laying a good foundation. Come to other countries where we are even being taken care of as if the way we are not even being taken care of in our own biological country, in our own natural country, in our own land, the way we are not even being taken care of. You come to the country and where you are being taken care of as if it is your country, you are still misbehaving. I tell you, if you think you are wise, or you are really, your sense is working, or you have your right sense with you, man, act well, yo, because I'm giving you all this information. So far so good, because God, as in I'm a sacrifice to God, as in a perfect sacrifice, as in a permanent sacrifice to God. So whatever anyone decide to go do, or the guys decide to go say, decide to go say about me, or decide to go act against me, it will never function except God do not exist. If it will function, then it is that, yes, God do not exist. That is when that thing you want to go and you are having in mind, that wickedness of your heart that you decide not to change, you decide to take it against me, then that thing it will work. But so long God made the heavens and the earth, makes everything that you are even surviving through, when you decide to go out for any evil against me, the land will begin to fight you. The trees will be fighting you. The air you breathe in, you breathe out, will continue to fight you. Everything will turn to disease to your health. Because this video that I'm making, I'm not doing this video for touts, for ignorance. I'm not doing these videos for unreasonable people or immature people. I'm doing this video for people who need to think that, yes, their children yet to be born needs and deserves a better life, up to the life that, or up to what they are saying today, that their children deserves it. These are the people that I'm talking to. These are the people that I'm making this video with. These are the people that I'm making this video with. I've lived a lot. I just feel that all the years I had, if not, let me just believe that, yes, but in a human perspective, I believe all my years in Nigeria is a wasted years. It's a wasted years, because there is nothing to give as an account about it. You get me? There is nothing to give as an account about, to give. Okay, this is the account. What as in, what is there that I should be proud of, or I should be boast of, that I got so far so good? If not now that government that are not my government, they are not my government, because, yes, one who knows my quality, one who knows my importance, it's my, as in, it's my family, it's my life, it's my person. Yes, I'm in a land where I'm not born, where I'm not giving birth to, but I'm being cared for. I'm being taken on a high esteem of love, or the mind, or the wickedness that most of us we have executed before the eyes of these same foreigners, these same people, in the eyes of these same people, this same country where we've come into. They've been able to still accept, take we all, whether you are Nigerian, as far whether you're from Nigeria, you are from any part of Africa, they've still been able to accept us, care for us. Or you have something in your mind that you're thinking now, or maybe, okay, the money they are using to care for us, or some other things they are using to care for us, it is not from their purse. Most of us, let's think about it. The profit, the things you are getting here, if Nigeria is opportunity to take care of people the way all these countries are taking care of us, or the other countries where you and I, we're different of where we all differently we live in. If any part of Africa is given the opportunity to take care, are you really sure the money will be shared to us? The good will be asked to go to school for free? where you'll be going to school. You don't see who is paying your money. You don't see who is paying for your books, but you are being given books free. Are you sure Africans will be able to have the good heart to send you to school or to give you money? That money that you can use to survive today from a good government, from a good leaders of the country where you are, they can give you out of what maybe some of you think, oh, it is not their money now. It is the money from whatever point. I don't even care. I don't even care to know. Yes, they got this money from. That is what they can give us. If it is their own natural, take it into your conscience now as a thought. If it is in your own country, your leaders are meant to take care of foreigners, the white people. Let me just put it that way: the white people. As a foreigner in any part in Africa, would they release the money? If with our own natural money we are suffering we are suffering seriously from our own money in the hands of our own leaders, what can they then not do? Man, sometimes, as in, man, we need to start thinking. Whoever think he or she is wise, you need to start thinking. Start thinking. If you say you are wise, you are matured as a youth. Because I don't have anything to do with our parents, which are the leaders. I don't have anything to do with them. Whatever decision we make against them today will bring them down. Yes, that is what we the youth refuse to know. Whatever decision, whatever step we take today as youths of Nigeria, whatever we decide to take against our parents, which are the leaders today, there is no two ways about it. They are going down. They can't stand. Yes. Some of us, we have been opportune to see some rallies, some awareness of citizens in some foreign countries where we are, where citizens will go on the street. Like I watched a video in Germany where citizens, they went on the street to protest just for something, even when the police were reacting on them seriously, get to hit them, to throw tear gas on them. They did not leave the streets. I'm talking about vibrant youth with the right thinking, with the positive thinking. You are always afraid. You will be afraid to your death. You that is watching me, you will be afraid to speak you will be afraid to speak until death knock on your door, till old age come to knock on your door. Some self are going to die young. You will always be afraid to speak. You always be afraid to come out to speak, because your conscience, you have allowed negative things to creep into your conscience and take hold of it. As you are still breathing, there is still time for you to change that thought of yours. Start speaking out. Because if you talk, you go die. If you no still talk, you go die. It is better you speak. It is better you talk. It is better you talk and die than to keep your mouth shut. Yes, just say it. You can watch today. Okay, you don't want to die. Someday you don't want to die. You don't even know when you are going to die, self, and you're saying you don't want to die. But you can watch your brothers and sisters being killed with guns, with hardship, with so many wicked hearts. Your own brothers, even if it's not from your state, Edo State, it's not from Nigeria, it's not from Imo, it's not from Owerri, it's not from Lagos, it's not from Abuja, it's not from Kano, it's not from Oyo, it's not from any parts of Nigeria, but someone is being killed. That is your brother. And we talk about oneness. Who is fighting who in Nigeria? Just check it out. Who is fighting who? Here in Europe, in Italy, in France, in Spain, Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, Germany, Swiss. There are different states. There are different states in all of these countries in Europe. In America, there are different states. But when once something comes up that has to do with federalisms, with federal that needs the citizen to speak to the federal, the whole state comes out to speak. That is oneness. It doesn't matter the tribes, it doesn't matter the language you speak. Nigeria got a standard language that is being understood, which is pidgin English. If you cannot speak in English, you should be able to speak what they call pidgin English. If you speak in pidgin English, if you talk pidgin English, yes, who know your English or your pidgin. Oneness, they will come out with from different states. Citizens will come out. They will protest. They will go in for argument. They will go in for strong words. What they will need their federal government to do, they will go in and ask for it. They will go into the street and ask for it. They don't care to know how they do it, but because they believe that thing that makes them to leave their individual house, their individual states, their individual streets is necessary to them, and they do it. They make their government to understand that, please, you need to do this. They make their parents, which are their leaders, to understand that, please, our leaders, we need you to do this thing, because if you don't do it, we will not leave the street, we will not go to our houses, and nobody will work in the offices. And the federal government, the good leaders that God will continue to increase the initiative they are thinking, will put into consideration, will put into thinking. This thing that these people, my children, this thing that they're asking for, how is it? They will calculate it. They will think about it. Yes, this thing is good. Let us give it to them. They will do it. There is one thing that I've observed so far so good. You that is watching me. The budget of any foreign country. Let me just continue to use Europe, because I enjoy using this European countries. I enjoy using them. Their budgets for this year, they are almost done with it. Before the year runs out, they are done with it, and they celebrate it before the year runs out. This is country now. These are leaders. If you don't understand it, they call budget. If na road they want do to this year, they calculate na 5 roads we go do this year. Na 3 states. Now we need to draw light. Now we need to take light too, because there is no electricity in 3 states. All these things, they don't calculate them. They work on them. Say, okay, now before the end of this year, the government will give information. The leader of that particular state or the leader of that place that is to handle that contract, we pass out a message that people will, but that others need to work on to fulfill, may they bring, my speak pidgin, may they bring into existing the light, the road, the railway, the bank, the new bank, the new schools, the new hospitals. Before the year runs out, may they build them, and they go build them. Before the year runs out, they don't build them. How many things are parents, which are Nigerian leaders, how many things that they tell us where they don't feel build? They will talk about billions of nairas, billions of pounds, billions of money they don't go borrow for different place, where they don't go borrow. They say na road they want to do. They say na light they want draw. They want to do this one, they want to do that one. The year go run out, the other year go come, they no still dey fulfill them. Na cost. Our leaders, are you, our parents, which are our leaders, are you people cost? when a father is not acting well, the child, not even the wife that will start talking to, not only the child, not only the wife that will start talking to you now as a father, but the children will also start talking to you, daddy, you are not acting fine. That is what those people, those of us that have been, those of my brothers and sisters that have been talking, that has been passing positive information, like as I am doing now, the same way. That's what we are doing. That's what I am doing now. That is the same thing that we are doing to you, our leaders. You are government. You are parents. That position, you are being placed there in that seat, not to just sit down and talk. Speak, even they speak English. They speak English where you don't know. Speak grammar where you don't know the meaning. Just talk and talk. 1 year go pass, another year go come. Your tenure for sitting down there or being made a leader will pass by. There is no change written about you sitting down there. It's a disgrace. It's a shame. It's a shame for me to have a father who earns salary, to have a parent who earn good salary. At the end of the day, cannot make me to go to school, cannot pay for my school fees. It's a shame on such parents. It's a proverb, and a proverb I make. So shame on that parent where they work, they earn good salary. Like my other my other mates, parents, they work, they take care of them. Even some of my peer groups, their parents, they work. They know they work. I'm to say they still they also they pay their children school fees. Talk less of you, my parents. Not get better work, they earn better salary. You know, if they pay your picking, you know, if they pay your picking school fees, what do they use the money do? So you begin to start. You need to start thinking as a parent. You need to start thinking this is just a proverb to classify the attitude of bad leaders. You can't call yourself a parent to me. You can call yourself a parent to a child, and you cannot pay the child. You cannot pay the school fees, or you cannot pay the upkeeping of that child. And you expect the child to respect you. You expect the child to have a good conscience towards you. It cannot be. That child will not love you. That child will not feel your presence necessary. Rather, it will come up one day to tell you, you are not my father. You are not good. I refuse to accept you as a father. There is a lot of things that child will decide to tell you because you are not acting as a parent should. So, this is it. I've had a lot of time spent with you all that are listening to me, that are watching me. You can share this video to any place that you decide to share it to, because there is nothing bad about this video as far as I'm concerned. There is nothing wrong about this video as far as I'm concerned. So to you, I'm letting you all to know. To you all that have been, by the grace of God, been opportuned to watch this video, take your time and start changing yourself. Let the change start from you. And transfer it also to others. Within your circle, within your environment, within your circle, wherever you live, wherever you are dwelling. Try to allow positive things, positive lifestyle to chop into your heart, to eat into your heart. Allow change into your heart. You know, man, it's a pity. It's a pity. This election that is coming up in Nigeria, the election that is coming up in Nigeria, so far so good. Since 2010, there have been a lot of blood shares, a lot of killings. Recently in the past year, from the year 2015, 2015 to 2019, 2019 to 2020, 2020 to 2021, 2021 to 2022, 2022 to 2023, 2023 to 2024, 2024 to 2025, 2025 to 2026, 2026 to 2027, 2027 to 2028, 2028 to 2029, 2029 to 2030, 2029 to 2031, 2031 to 2032, 2031 to 2033, 2033 to 2034, 2034 to 2035, 2035 to 2036, 2036 to 2037, 2037 to 2038, 2038 to 2039, 2038 to 2039 to 2040, 2040 to 2041, 2041 to 2042, 2041 to 2043, 2041 to 2044, 2044 to 2045, 2045 to 2046, 2046 to 2047, 2047 to 2048, 2048 to 2049, 2049 to 2050, 2049 to 2051, 2051 to 2052, 2051 to 2053, 2051 to 2054, 2054 to 2055, 2054 to 2056, 2056 to 2057, 2056 to 2058, 2058 to 2059 the horrible things that has been going on in Nigeria deserve no other mistakes to come up in the future, which is in the year 2019. There are a lot of wickedness, a lot of deadly things, deadly attitude being executed by ourselves to ourselves in Nigeria. I urge you all, those of you that can spend hours in your room watching just chatting with somebody or doing all these things, take your time and come and watch this video anytime. Share this video to someone that can spend so much time watching your phones, watching relevant things in your phone. You know, today you have a lot of celebrities being celebrated around the world. Yes, they took their time they didn't invade or invested their effort or their time in worthless things. They spent their time to think, how can this music be real, to sound lovely, and to have melody in the ears of people. They plan it very well. They have sleepless nights, and they produce those music you listen to. They produce those films you watch. They produce those things you spend hours of the days to watch in your phone. I'm giving you this message. If you think you are wise, share this video to some people, any amount of persons, to any amount of people you can share this video. Should share it to them. Not to spend many times doing stupid things, like irrelevant things, all the day. You don't want to work, you don't want to go out, you don't want to do something meaningful. Please try and share this video to someone that you need, that needs to be talked to, that needs to be advised, or that needs to change his or her perspective of behaviors or whatever thinking or whatever it is. Share this video to any of these persons. Me that is talking, or me that is giving out this word, I'm not wise all alone. Somehow, somewhere, I do make mistakes, but the only person I desire in my life is someone that always stands to correct me. I don't need backbiters. I don't need warmongers. I don't need negative personnels around me. I love people who tells you what you need to know. Like, yes, bro, this thing is not right. Sis, this thing is not right. Change it like this, change it like that. Then the person you are talking to or that you are advising needs to think and see, okay, yes, I need to really change it, or I really need, these are my reasons why I cannot change this stuff. Yes, discussion, interrogation. Yes, we go to talk one-on-one, we go to discuss, we go to get this conversation. Yes. So don't continue to spend your time in nasty things, in like watching things often and often. Some people are there, you can watch, you can listen to one music 10 times in a day. No be spirit dey behind them. Now what do you decide from mind to do? Like I said, people that are being celebrated today, whatever they are being celebrated of today, they came up with a positive thinking. They planned it, and today they are being celebrated. Most of us that are celebrating, those are celebrities. God, thank God for those are celebrities. The artists, or the music, or the artists, all the artists or the celebrities of Nigerians who have been able, out of positive thinking and positive effort, they've been able to come up to a good level in life, that they are being celebrated today. I thank God for their life. Yes, I thank God seriously for Nigerian celebrities, for the level that they have come up to. Please think of who you are emulating, who you are copying, and what you are copying. What are you copying? Who are you emulating? Think about it. Who you copy his lifestyle, who you copy his behavior, who you copy, what you copy. They think because yes, some can still be ignorant. Yes, I even talk too much today. Yes, I have to talk because Even if you say, okay, the thing, this don't talk, I don't talk too long. Fine. If I be OD, you go complain. If I be stammerer, you go complain. If I blind, you go complain. If my mouth, my tongue no dey work fine, you go complain. But as I dey talk now, I can't talk long. You see, they complain. This one then be the useless and unreasonable character who they talk about. So before you begin to talk, say this person today, this thing they wrong about the person today, and I back you for the talk am, go the person front me, you go tell am. Meet the person, may you tell am. So that part of changes, part of attitude change, where you need to think, where you need to introduce into your conscience, into your life, into your attitude, into whatever you need to just think about yourself. Still on the point of the elections, the election in Nigeria, and to you also, we want to become leader of Nigeria, whether na president you want to become, or na governor you want to become, or any position where you would like to take in to come into. I am telling you now, I am asking you now, don't come into the position at the end of the day you become a tout, like our past fathers, our past parents who are leaders, who I use this word parents, but they are leaders. I call them parents because they are they have children that they are supposed to take care of, but because of irrelevant needs of their own self wickedness, they decide to abandon their children. You that is going for the presidency, you that is going for any position as a leader in Nigeria, if you cannot watch this video, someone is there that can watch this video right now and I can also tell it to you. Don't come as a tout after making a lot of noise on the street and come into a position to become to become irrelevant, like our past fathers has become irrelevant to our future, to our destinies. Whatever we are suffering of today, we know that whatever we are suffering, whatever Nigerians are suffering of today in different countries where they are, whatever they are going through today, is as a result of what the bad government, our bad leaders, our bad parents, what they lay as foundation for us. That is what most of us we are suffering of today. Many people that lost their life in the Mediterranean Sea, peace, may their soul rest in peace. A lot of people, they've died in that Mediterranean Sea. Most of them are Nigerians. Most of them, they are buried in the Sahara Desert. They are not even buried. They are not even opportune to be that the ground needs to be dug for them to be buried in. Some of them, they throw them like that. Some of them die like that. They just die like that. Like say, no be human being. Some of them, they slaughter them. They slaughter them. Human being like you, as you they live, you carry gun, carry cutlass, carry knife, carry anything. Your own fellow human being, you go dey hurt them and you feel comfortable inside them. I bet you. I tell you these days, when your own destruction knocks at your door, it will be very, very slow on you. It will be very, very slow on you. It will be very, very slow on you when it comes to your time of your own destruction. To be very slow on you. It will happen slowly, So be careful. You that is coming to become a leader, to become a president, or to become a governor, or any seat, as to occupy any seat as a leader in Nigeria. I'm not talking about Edo State now. I'm not talking about only Edo State. I'm talking about Nigeria. You are coming there to take any position. Please don't just talk now and later forget all that you have talked about. Think. Most of you that are becoming leaders, or that want to become leaders in Nigeria, you have traveled to so many parts in the world, so many places in the world. You see, the electricity is constant. Their laws are functioning, and that is enabling the electricity be to be, as in that those that are the consumers of electricity, their law is constant that enable the consumers to pay for electricity, to pay for anything they are using. The government provide all these things. The people that are using them, they are also paying for it. Even if it is a private investment, people are still paying for it. You get it? Don't just talk. That you, most of you have been to to many countries in America. You see their roads. You see on the street, you have cameras. You see the traffic lights that give controls of who is to go, who is to drive by, and who is not to drive. Please, these things you are to work. Those things you have seen in other countries where you have traveled to, where you have been to, where your family they exist. Introduce it to Nigeria. Introduce those things into Nigeria. We got the money. We got all it takes to make Nigeria a tourist center, a place that people need to come and pay money to live. Yes. You travel to, before you travel, you pay for flight. You as a leader that you a leader, or you someone that have traveled to a lot of country, you pay. You pay for that house you rent in America, in any country, in any part in America. You pay for there. You pay for the light. You pay the light bills. Your children pay the lights bill. They pay their school fees. They function there. And in your country, what are you planning, or what are you going to build in Nigeria that will make other countries to come and patronize your business in Nigeria? You as a future leader, you as a youth that is in the future, going to be in the future to come, you are going to become to become any part or any kind of leadership, to have any kind of leadership. What are you preparing? What do you prepare when future come and you become leader of Nigeria? Wetin be your attitude? Wetin be the thing you go build? Wey be say other country where you don't travel to, where your children they stay, even your children they stay, say yes, when time come, oh, this thing they go enjoy am for Nigeria. People go need to they travel to our country, Nigeria. Say yes, they want to take holiday. They need to rent hotel. They need to buy house. They need to do this one. They need to, they pay for electricity, pay for, when, what are you preparing for? So it is time to start thinking about all these things, so we can make our place a better place, not a place of bloodshed, not a blood sharing country, not a country of confusion, a country of frustration, a country where someone will be forced to go and kill himself or herself. You understand? So these are my advice. These are my words. So far, so good, as my strength can carry me to talk about this, about Nigeria. And to you all that can listen to me, please begin to think before you act. So far, so good. Whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, watching this video right now, be it any religious belief you are into, it's none of my business. One thing to say is that I love you as I love myself. I care about you as I care about myself. If I have in any way offended anyone through all of this, of my words, of my advice, of my desire, and that is for the betterness of Nigeria and the betterness of the youth, to any way I have offended anyone, forgive me. I am still your brother. I am still your family. I'm still part of the family. So God bless you all. Allah bless you all. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Bye.